When we got to the scene of the accident, police and the fire department were already processing the area. From our observations, the accident, which had happened between mile 31 and 32 on the highway, was a terrible one. The accident involved a red Toyota 4Runner that was traveling on a south direction and a Tillits passenger bus that was traveling from Belize City to Orange Walk Town.
This bus leaving in Belize 6 o'clock, the express to Orange Walk and Corozal Chiramal. While we were coming between Coquetry, we saw vehicles that collapsed into the bus.
Ismael Dominguez is the bus conductor and told us he was sitting on the engine when he and the bus driver saw the red 4Runner swerving on the road in front of them. There was little the bus driver could do to avoid the collision. On impact, he explains he was flung off from where he was sitting, the bus door flung open, and he fell through the door while the bus was still in motion.
I think that this guy was drunk or dropped asleep because he went on the right hand side coming from Belize to Orange Walk and he get back on his trail and he went back again and collapsed into the bus, and that's why the impact happened.
You said that you were flown off where you were sitting and you fell through the door and you had to grab.
Yes, I grabbed myself from the bar, from the door bar, and I get dragged in the bus. I get hurt on my knee, and my driver got hurt, broke his legs, 2 legs, 1 hand, and part of his body get hurt. And many passengers get hurt. Most of them are transferred to the Orange Walk and hospital, and the rest at the Belize KHMH. 2 officers in the bus. One, I think, it broke his knee. The other officer is a female. Boss's lip.
Dominguez explains that after the impact, some of the bus passengers got off the bus and went to see what happened to the occupant of the red 4Runner.
Went to see the guy and was in a pieces. Head on one side, leg, arms on the other side, and the vehicle ended up in 2 pieces.
The scene of the accident gives a clear indication that it was a massive impact that tore the red 4Runner in pieces and broke the bus chassis, flinging the 4Runner to one side while the bus dragged for approximately 150 feet, coming to a stop on the opposite side of the road it was traveling on. When the Orange Walk Fire Department got to the accident scene, the bus passengers had already been taken to the hospitals.
Pretty much the bus, as you can see, just the way it is, and the remains of a 4Runner. We did have somebody that was trapped behind the wheel of the vehicle. What we did then, we didn't turn over the scene to the police, as this is an accident scene. They did their job in processing the area, and from there the fire service pretty much did street clearance and clearing up the debris and what's not.
How many people were trapped in the 4Runner?
We only saw one. We learned that there was only one actual person in the 4Runner. He was a solo passenger, and well, the passengers behind the bus, as far as I'm concerned, we are unofficial about 2 that was transported to the medical facilities for treatment.
I also understand that the bus driver was trapped in the bus?
Yeah, we were told that initially, but luckily for us when we got here, he was already moved.
The driver of the red 4Runner who lost his life is Juvencio Serrano, a prison officer. Our sources tell us that he was traveling from Libertad Corozal to Belize City. He was the only occupant. The bus driver, Carlos Herrera, was trapped on his seat and both legs were broken. He is now receiving treatment at the Northern Regional Hospital. The bus had left Belize City on an express run with some 35 passengers, 8 children included. We understand that after the accident, many of the passengers were transported to the medical facilities on another bus from Tillits bus line. Reporting for Love News from Orange Walk, I am Arturo Cantun.